Okay, Fable here. I am yet on another couple errands, so I'll be in the car most of today, which is fine with me. I'm exhausted from yesterday. One thing I wanted to talk about, and some people could maybe relate, some people not, but when I'm out and about, go to McDonald's and get an unsweetened iced tea. I tell them no ice because it's cold anyway. So, and that usually lasts me all day. So, here we go, yawning again. It was a mentally exhausting day yesterday. But I saw this woman sitting in her car in one of the spots and just like eating. And I had some stuff to throw out in my car because driving everywhere, I always have garbage in here, which annoys me. But so I turned around and I'm watching her, and she's eating and she's eating and she's looking around. And I'm thinking, I was that person at one time. Something upset me. I'm not a fast food person, but something upset me. I would go to McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, and I would sit in the parking lot and I would eat so much food till I was sick to my stomach. And so I could relate to her. Like, I don't know that that's what she was doing, but I mimicked this. I mean, it was flashbacks that's what I would do. I was looking around as I was eating, like, is anybody seeing me? Is anybody watching me? And I would be so sick to my stomach. Sometimes so that when I went home, I'd be in the bathroom. Or sometimes I'd even make it to the bathroom because this food is disgusting. It's really not good for us. I know they're trying to be better with salads and things, but look up the calories of a salad and it will shock you. Not so much the salad, but the dressing. And I'm not a big dressing person. And last night, my bosses are like, go to dinner on us, relax, have a couple drinks, and I'll drink. But they still don't get that I don't drink. But I went to a place by my house, and I sat at the bar, and it was nice. These two guys, one was married, one was not. And the one guy was just making conversation that was married. We were having a laugh over the busboy who was 27 years old and really did not have his shit together at all. And the other guy, his friend, so sorry. He was 42. The other guy was 44, that married guy. And talking, and it came up in conversations, I don't know, something. And they were talking, yeah, in our, now in our 40s, whatever, and they started laughing. And I said, not me. I said, not me. And they're like, what? And I go, I'm not in my 40s, and we'll leave it at that. I've seen them, been there, done that. Even the bartender was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I have a 5-year-old granddaughter. And the one guy's like, oh, I'm so sorry. He's like, oh, my youngest is 6. And I'm thinking, So, but the unmarried guy, I think, was, chatting or whatever. But I did a spinach and artichoke dip, which I really ate not much of it at all because that came. And then next thing you know, my salad came, and I got this chicken Milanese salad, I think it's called. But it has arugula, the chicken with arugula on top, cucumbers, tomatoes, which I told them no tomatoes, but they did not listen, and mozzarella. And I ate, I'd say 3/4 of it. And then, I apologize. I don't know why I'm so tired. Or I go through these yawning spells. And then, from there, I did have dessert. I ordered this apple thing, which was huge. And again, I don't even think I ate 1/4 of it. And I boxed it up. I boxed up the spinach and artichoke dip, and I said to my son, brought you home some goodies. So hopefully they eat it. But my eye is tearing from all the yawning. But going back to that, like, I have to admit, back when I was, like, my kids were little, and I would get the McDonald's or something, and I really didn't eat it, I looked at people that were extremely overweight and were in McDonald's, Burger King, and I'm thinking, what are you doing in here? This food is not good for you. And I was wrong to judge them. I mean, think about it. There was a time that I took my kids to McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's because they had dollar menu items. And that's what my kids could get because, my son would get like 3-4, dollar items because money was tight going through the divorce and before I was awarded alimony, even after alimony. And it's cheaper. And there was a study that people that are, a lower income, very extremely low income, are the most unhealthy. And that makes sense because they're probably eating the cheapest things possible because they're cheap and that's what they can afford, and they're not good for them at all. Not good for their kids, and then their kids grow up unhealthy. I mean, I know my mom would make Spam and it would stretch it out. I mean, she would make spaghetti and sauce. That's cheap. So I'm sure a lot of these people are eating pasta, hot dogs, although nothing seems to be cheap anymore. But I really think that is the connection. That people that are unhealthy, extremely unhealthy, it's because they don't have the money. I mean, it is expensive to eat healthy. I'm excited, just so you know, I have an official move-in date, September 22nd. So I am filling out the paperwork today. So that will be my move-in date. That's a Friday. So I'm excited for that. And that's the weekend. So I can, go in there and clean and move some stuff in. It's going to go slowly. Now it's on to go through and purge and get rid of stuff. And it feels overwhelming, but yet it will be good. So my goal is by September 1st to have a lot boxed up, a lot gotten rid of. My son wants the tree, he wants the mini fridge, he wants one table. See ya, gone, take it, over. I just have to decide, what am I keeping, or what am I getting rid of? I don't know. So that is a big step. But what I'm excited for is I'll have more money. The one girl, when I was waiting to take the tour, the receptionist, I guess she is, she told me there is a farmer's market on the weekends, which is right across the street. So I'm excited for that, because if I go there on a Saturday to the farmer's market, then Sunday, or even Saturday night, if I have nothing to do, cook all the vegetables, like roast the vegetables. And then I have roasted vegetables for the week. That is going to be my thing on the weekends, to try to meal prep. If not on a Saturday or Sunday, do it on Monday night. And it's basically cooking chicken and maybe some eggplant. I mean, I can do eggplant with some mozzarella, but no sauce. I mean, the sauce just kills me. So I have some in my freezer, so I'm going to be giving that away, because I can't eat it. It just, I wish I could. It's homemade sauce, or gravy. Some people say sauce, some people say gravy. But I don't know. But I'd love to see a recent study. That was many years ago, but I'm sure, especially now, things seem to be really like creeping up there in price. I mean, it's so ridiculous that I'm like, oh my God. It's not cheap. And I mean, if you have a family, even if you have 2 kids, 2 adults, family of 4, and if you're both working to make ends meet, and then the food bill, like my sister, the money she spends on food, God bless her. I mean, she makes good money, and her husband makes decent money. So I just don't know. I really, honestly don't know how people do it. I'm just excited for this. Nervous, but excited at the same time. So I can't wait for this to go through, be officially approved. So I really cannot wait. I'm probably going to have to borrow money from my friend for the month and a half security until I get the money back from the landlord, which I hope I get every penny back. So I'm going to be making all the repairs. So I have to pay October 1st rent to the new place and $1,100 to the old place, which my daughter has agreed to lend me. So this way I don't have to take it out of my pocket and my money. And it kind of came up with a budget last night in my head, but I have to put it to paper. And I want to get my credit cards completely, my major credit cards completely paid off. And if I take so much out of my paycheck towards the rent, and then take my alimony and do that, well, there you go. I mean, then, and so much in savings, because I really want to build up my savings. And I have so many things coming up. So many things that, I mean, my niece is getting married a year from this past May, 2025. My other niece, her daughter is turning 16, and they want to do a cruise. So I want to do that. Then, for my 60th, I really want to go to, like, I thought a cruise, but if we're doing a cruise for my niece's 16, I mean, maybe another cruise. I don't know. I'm going to explore what is cheaper. Maybe an all-inclusive. Because I think that would be better, an all-inclusive. And we'd have to go somewhere kid-friendly because of my granddaughter, who, scary as it sounds, in 3 years will be 8. 8. That is spooky scary. So, but I don't know. So, I'd love to hear some feedback on this about what you think the correlation, if you believe the correlation to, you know, extremely low income or low income, even even people that are middle class, things have gotten so expensive that, like, you have to stretch out. Like, I think I said this in a previous video. I took when my daughter's boyfriend was there, my daughter, my son, his girlfriend, my granddaughter, and me. So that is 6 of us. And the 6 of us would do, I have to get over, the 6 of us would do, I would do 3 big chicken breasts, cut it in strips, and then cut it like into like squares, cubes, whatever you want to call it, and a big bag from Aldi of stir-fry vegetables, and a bag, because I got the big bag from Costco, 1 bag of the cauliflower rice, and I would cook that, and once a week. So 3 chicken breasts, you know, stretched out. That was, and it was a favorite. It was, my granddaughter loved it. My kids loved it. So it was a favorite, and it was cheap. And it was healthy. It had the stir-fried vegetables. It had cauliflower rice. It also had the chicken. So, and my son, Whole Foods, and then there was another place that carried it, and I cannot remember the name of it, but it's a coconut garlic sauce. And let me tell you, delicious. Low in sodium, low in sugar, low in carbs, and it's just tasty. Very tasty. You're thinking stir fry. I would put some soy sauce, but low sodium soy sauce in there, of course, because it's a stir fry. And it was just delicious. I made it when I went to my brother's in June, and my sister-in-law was like, you know, can I have the recipe? We're going to add it to her. And I told her I do pork too, but I kind of cook the pork and take it out. I don't cook it fully through, then take it out, then cook the rest of the stuff, and then put the pork back in. Only because pork tends to get tough if it's cooked too long, where chicken, you want to cook it good enough. And I think being in because I would add some water too, and being in that, it really was like the chicken absorbed the juices, where the pork, not so much. So, and this is another plus to being, well, there's pluses and minuses to being on the road. The plus is I can't be sitting there eating at work. We have a lot of snacks. They're good for you. That's the condition my bosses have. Low in sugar, low in carbs, because they're very carb conscious. So I can't be sitting there, and I mean, of course, even if it's a healthy snack, I mean, too many of them is not good. But, so I'm not eating. And you know, I eat healthy, and when I'm in the office, a salad with chicken, grilled chicken. But the downside is, when I'm out and about for lunch, it's hard to find something healthy. I try to go to a Chick-fil-A, either the grilled chicken nuggets, which is healthy, or the chicken wrap. That's good. But if there's not a Chick-fil-A around, then I'm just kind of, what do I eat? I do try to find a Starbucks or Dunkin' for the egg bites. I know, breakfast for lunch, but it works. So I try to make those choices. On occasion, lately I haven't, but on occasion in the past, I would be bad and go to, like I said, my guilty pleasure is the fish sandwich from, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, McDonald's. So, but I need to end this video, because I have to see where I need to turn, and I might have passed it already, because I'm thinking I might have, because my GPS doesn't come through. It usually comes through my watch, but it didn't. And I don't know, I don't think I did, but I think it's coming up where I need to turn. So I need to end this, and I'm sure it's, long enough for you. All right, talk to you later.